who better to welcome the world to this event than perhaps, I don't know, the guy who best embodies the spirit of Arizona baseball. We're not just talking about the Diamondbacks. Five-time All-Star World Series champ Louis Gonzalez, who joins us live on the program. Hey, Louis, this is great, man. What is it going to be like for the Diamondbacks, for your city, for Phoenix, to host the Draft Combine this year?
Well, it's super special for us to have some of the top talent in the country coming into Arizona to take part in this combine. It's going to be extremely exciting to have all the top players in the country coming out to showcase their skills and hopefully move up in the draft boards.
Yeah, and Louis, you said it. Move up in the draft boards, get a chance to be seen. Like Matt was saying, it's our third year, and we've watched kids that didn't have the exposure just shoot up the draft board and get picked. My question for you, what would this done for you when you were a youngster coming through and getting a chance to go to the combine?
Harold, I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if I would have been invited to the combine at that young an age because I don't feel like I was ready to get to that next level. I had to go to the college route. But these guys, and you guys see it every day, these guys are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. Their work ethic is a lot different than what it was back in the day. So these guys are more prepared. They have a lot more advantages of videos and watching the MLB network and things like that to get that exposure and be out there. So these guys are well prepared when they come in. They've been well trained and ready to go for this combine.
Yeah, and you get some of the top college players, the top high school players. And this thing I love is that you finally get that college player on the field with a high school guy. That's the most difficult thing if you're going to be projecting to draft guys. And I'm just wondering, you know, when you get a chance to see, obviously the Diamondbacks had you go look at players, the high school player compared to the college player, and you're trying to go, man, if I could just get them together, how much would that help you on the side of an organization?
It helps a lot, and you know that. You kind of rely on the mental aspect of the game, but the physicality, how do they match up in size next to each other? Are they overwhelmed by the situation? Do they stay calm and certain? I mean, it's easy to go out there and see a guy go 4 for 4 and say he's a great player, but how does he react to adversity? And when he's thrown in a mix with a lot of other great players, you get drafted, but now you got a lot of other great players that you're playing with. So how do they react around those guys, and how prepared are they to get to that next level?
Louis, you work with a lot of kids. You've got kids yourself that play the game. How do you think the game is being taught and received at the amateur stage now as compared to when you and Tino and Fred McGriff were all learning how to play the game as teenagers in Tampa?
A lot more numbers game. It's a lot more analytics and things like that. Before, the scouts would come out and kind of give the eyeball tests. Now there's a lot more intangibles to it. The analytics has really taken over a huge part of the game. I'm hoping that it reels back a little bit. I understand that the numbers and everything are very important, but to me, still the human element part of the game, how they react out there to certain situations, how they play the game, what do they do with second and third? How are they going to get that runner in and things like that? To me, that's the part of the game that I try to look for and see their mental aspects of the game.
So, Louis, 2 more questions for you. One, what was one of your biggest moments as a player when you look back? Obviously, you drove in the winning run to win a World Series. Is that the one that stands out, or is it the 50-homer season?
I'll be honest with you. I think for me, it was a 30-game hitting streak that I had in '99 because not a lot of players get to do that. And the mental part of it, I mean, after I got to 30 games, it was like a total relief because the pressure starts mounting up. People start paying more attention to you. And when I got to game 31, you could have rolled the ball up there to the plate. I don't even know if I could have got a hit. So I was just so excited after I got to 30. When I got to 31, I was just spent. And then, I had a game or 2 that I didn't get a hit, and then I got back on another 5, 6, 7 game hitting streak. But I think that's the one that kind of gets overlooked a lot because of the simple fact that, you don't see it that often. And then when a guy does it, everybody pays attention to it.
Yeah, well, overlooked, because you drove in the winning run in the World Series. That's a big deal. And that was a big event in Arizona back then. Super Bowl is in Arizona. What's your plans?
Well, Harold, it's the who's who, and I'm surprised you're not in Arizona right now.
Oh, he'll be there, Louis.
So, we have the I'm sure he will. He's got the invite calls going out right now. So, So, this week is really big in Arizona. We have the Waste Management going on, the Phoenix Open, and then it kicks into, we had Barrett Jackson last week, the Waste Management coming up this week, and then the Super Bowl. So it's a huge time of the year for the state of Arizona, and then we kick right after that into spring training. So this is an exciting time for Arizona. The economics and the hotels, the rental car companies, the restaurants, everything is packed right now.
Man, I know you're busy because I know that as soon as you're done with us and before Waste Management and the Super Bowl, Derek Hall's got you making an appearance at the CVS, signing autographs in the cold and flu aisle and all that stuff that he does with you guys. So, hey, Louie, we appreciate the time, man. Really cool. We can't wait to see you in June for the Combine. So glad you're attached to this event, and thanks for the time.
Looking forward to it, guys. Take care.
Diamondbacks great Luis Gonzalez joining us on the stove.
He's the perfect ambassador for the
no
Combine
doubt,
and for the Diamondbacks.
Because he knows how to speak youth baseball, too, man.
Yeah.
He's got some really great things to say.